Friends, I'm about to tell you something strange. And after that, I'll leave the rest up to you. One of the longest serving leaders in the Middle East, Ali Khamenei. The man had been in power for years, unshaken, untouched, still standing, but just minutes after I posted the video, he died. For real. Now you might say, did you just jinx it? I wish it were that simple. Because this isn't just a death, my friends. This is a beginning, and it wasn't just Khamenei. Several high-ranking figures within the system disappeared at the same time, so come with me. Let's put the pieces together and look at the bigger picture no one is explaining clearly. Think about this. How did the key decision makers of an entire country get taken out so quickly, with such precision? Was it spontaneous, or was this a plan written months in advance? Wait, because everything actually starts in February 2026. Iran and the United States, after months of tension, sit down at the same table. Yes, you heard that right. Two enemies, face to face. But there's a third party at that table you don't see. Benjamin Netanyahu. And Israel is not happy about these talks. Why? Because diplomacy means losing control, sometimes completely. In the meetings held in Oman, what did the US want? In short, Iran must not develop nuclear weapons. But that's not all. Give up ballistic missiles. Give up regional militias. In other words, give up your claim to regional power. Now, let's be honest. Would any country accept that? And if they did, would they still be considered strong? You already know the answer. Impossible. Iran sees this too and says, this would be our end. But on the other side, there's Donald Trump. And his strategy is simple. Sit at the table and increase the pressure. A second aircraft carrier is deployed. The message is clear. Do what we want, or we bomb you. So let me ask you, is that diplomacy? Or the official beginning of war? Yeah, you already know. February 11th. Voices rise inside Iran. Death to America. Is this just internal unrest? Or a direct message to Washington? 2 days later, Trump says, the regime in Iran must change. And just 24 hours after that, the US announces, the operation plan is ready. Now stop right there. If an operation is ready, was it planned that day? Or long before? And here's the most controversial part. The US claims Iran is very close to building a nuclear weapon, but even their own intelligence reports don't clearly confirm it. International institutions remain skeptical. So here's a direct question. Is there really a threat? Or was a justification being prepared for intervention? February 28th, that's when the attack begins. And the target isn't just facilities, it's the system itself. Primary target, Khamenei. Hours later, Trump makes a statement. This is an operation against the regime. But in the same speech, he tells the Iranian people, when we're done, the country will be yours. Now pause. If one country attacks another and says, we'll give it back to you afterward, is that freedom or just a change of control? What does Iran do? They respond immediately. Missiles toward Israel. Strikes on locations in Dubai where Israeli and American officials are staying. Attacks on US bases. But the real move affects the entire world. The Strait of Hormuz. Nearly 20% of the world's oil passes through it, and Iran says it's closed. A tanker is hit. The message is crystal clear. If I go down, you go down with me? But now we get to the part no one really talks about. Iran sells oil without using the dollar. To China gives yuan. To Russia gives ruble. To others gives barter. In other words, they are bypassing the dollar. So let me ask especially American viewers, if the world slowly moves away from the dollar, what happens to the US economy? What happens to global power? Is this just a Middle East issue? Or does it directly affect your wallet? And maybe the most uncomfortable question, is this really a freedom operation? Or is it about control? Controlling a country, controlling money, are always civilians, and don't forget. If a spark ignites in the Middle East, the smoke doesn't stay there. One way or another, it reaches all of us. Iran is hit. The leader is gone. The region is boiling. Israel is burning. The Middle East is in chaos. But let me leave you with one final question. If this is really about nuclear weapons, why is everyone telling a different story? If it's about freedom, why are the outcomes always the same? And if this is only about Iran, why does it shake everything? From oil prices to the strength of the dollar? Could the truth be this? This war is just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. And maybe the most dangerous part is this. No one knows how this story ends. Yet,